I was like, yo, your personal growth is a marathon, not a sprint. And what a lot of us don't realize, like we quick to become great. Like, yo, becoming great is a process. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know, like I just said earlier, y'all are already great. Y'all was born great because you come from a womb man, not a woman, a womb man, a woman, a being who has a womb. And what man is short for is short for manifestation. So a woman, when you look at a woman, she's really a womb manifestation. So whatever comes out of her womb is manifestation of greatness. So us, we come out the woman's womb. So we are greatness because we coming out of a womb that manifests. Man, what's man short for? Manifestation. So we are all walking manifestations. If only we knew that. That's why words are powerful. Like I said earlier, words are very powerful because we could be saying the dumbest things on ourselves, not realizing we holding ourselves back. But we could say the greatest things on ourselves, and we trying to figure out, damn, I'm fucking lucky. Nah, you ain't lucky. You spoke it out. Look how you spoke out your Porsche. Yo, where's it at? Look how he spoke out his Porsche.
I was say, yeah, this is how I did it. And
you
then
know
I
what I
shared the
mean?
story in that one on how I actually
you know what I
got
mean?
it.
Look how he spoke it out. Look at the silhouette of that. And the funny thing about I was loving the fact that he was posting on his IG, him and his Porsche. I was loving it. And the reason why I was loving it, I'm like, yo, that's a manifestation. And I know there are people who have to hate. Of course, it comes with the territory, but why are we hating on each other?
Wait, hold on. I feel you about to go into something good. Was it already recording? Or is it already recording?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, word.
All right, yeah. Well,
Oh, no, you can keep going. I just wanted to make sure we was definitely getting it. I'm looking for something to watch.
Oh,
yeah, we
okay.
good. I'm dead keeping all of this.
No problem. I never knew literature would get this far because, you know, coming from where I'm coming from, you was actually holding the book to read it. And, you know what I mean? This was the thing. But now, like, I've had to evolve with the times. I would say, like, late 90s, early Y2K. You know, people started having, like, I think it was the Kindle notebooks, the nukes, and all these type of gadgets. And then now, people could just read off their phones, or they could just be driving, listen to some audio. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing a road trip, you listen to some dope, you know, some dope content. So to hear that you're doing it, nah, it's super dope to me, because, man, super dope, man.
Let me even tell y'all how I met the guy Moise right now. I saw him post his book. It was Kwame meets Jackie Robinson on the gram. I want to say it was definitely 3 years ago. Yeah, I saw that 3 years ago, and I was on my way to class. Saw the post on the National Black Guy page, I think.
Oh yeah, I
hit him up right away, like, yo, this is who I am. This is what I already got together. This is what I'm trying to do. I want to put a book together. He hit me back in like 5-10 minutes. I just got to class and let him know, all right, well, can I give you a call in like an hour? He sent me his number, told me go ahead and hit him up as soon as I get out of class. So I'm on my walk back, and I think the first 10 minutes was him telling me, yo, go to KDP. Or it was Create Space at the time. Go to Create Space, which is KDP now. From there, go to I could download the templates. Mm-hmm. After I download the templates, I could just start writing. He gave me that. The next hour and like 50 minutes.
Had a book.
he was just educating me, schooling me, putting me on game.
Yeah, for like 2 hours because I think you had to go to practice.
I went to the cab. It was a Friday.
Okay.
I just got out of class. My class was done at like 3 something. The cab don't open till 5. Like my school will close it during the day. It ain't open back till 5. And I was just sitting outside on my headphones and on the phone.
Man, we was building. Yo, that day we was building, and I felt great because the reason why I felt great because I'm like I shared some knowledge, and the fact that how you was soaking it up like a sponge, and I'm like, yeah, this young guy's gonna be great. So that's why I said from that day, from that first time, feeling your energy through the speaking through the phone, and I felt your energy. I'm like, yo, be greater than me, man. Don't, you know what I mean? I told you some of my stories, what I've been through and whatnot. I'm like, yo, be greater than me, man. And it's okay. You know what I mean? OGs out there, it's okay if they become greater than us. It's okay for our children to become greater than us. Then we'll be a generation, like, where will be the progression? And okay, you and Marquise, you're in the same generation. If your generation not doing better than my generation, what the fuck what was the purpose I had in your lives?
I don't even know.
Think about it. What's the purpose I had in your lives? Think about it. If I'm an OG and I got this knowledge and you're asking me questions, but yet I can't answer your questions, I'm gonna hold on.
Go. I think I said it in the last vlog too. Or yeah, I think I said it in my first vlog, whichever one. I really got great OGs, and that's why being able to do this one right here is major for me. Because one, this is our first time being able to meet each other.
Facts.
And then second, I be trying to tell people one of my affirmations is I'm a master follower. I'm a master student. I'm open to learning about things. And I really came across and happily have great influences. Great people around me, the OGs itself. I got all great OGs around me that taught me so many things. I was able to learn so much from. I call Moise probably once a month just to check in, make sure that, make sure I call in. And everybody that's watching, because I always give big credit to the ones around me. I wouldn't be like where we at right. It's 5 books. I got the self-published one. I got this one being a series. I got this series right here. I try to save people
all
money.
Of these, man.
I put this series in one complete text to save people money, make it cheaper for people. Then my second book, so it was honestly, I'm about to say, sure, I would have figured it out, but it would have been so many errors, so many mistakes that I'm gonna tell all y'all, this man the reason why y'all getting everything y'all get from me. Cause it was, if he didn't tell me how to do it, I don't know how much longer it would have took me. Don't know if I still would have did it at the time. When I wrote, this is my first one, for those that don't know, to change the subconscious and accomplish. It took me 5 days to write the first manuscript because I was just locked in. I knew where I wanted to go with it, knew what I wanted to say and do. I don't know how many hours at a time I was sitting in the dorm just writing. And then I do graphic design. I've been doing graphic design since I was 8 years old, so cover to cover, I made all my stuff myself.
Wow.
So it only cost me $6 to get that book done.
By far, to me, in my honest opinion, my humble opinion, this is his best book. Because with this, he was showing the duality in human beings, in spirit.
That's what it's all about.
Like this book is a spiritual book in so many ways, and there were so many spiritual connections to this book. And I remember when I read this book, I couldn't believe it because I'm like, yo, this young God is.
I wrote that joint at 22.
Exactly. You know what I mean? This was 2 years. This is 2 years ago.
I wrote the first one at 21. Wrote that one at 22.
This is 2 years ago, mind you. And mind you, at that moment, I'm 38. I just turned 40. I'm a 38-year-old. I'm picking up something from a 22-year-old, which was beautiful to me. I'm like, yo, that's why life is so beautiful, because you can learn from someone younger than you.
The whole psychology behind it. So the book itself is called A Man Amongst Girls, The Thoughts of a Good Man in Females World. And for those that don't know, I've been studying psychology in school and autonomously since I was 16. I got introduced to it my sophomore year, fell in love with it, just kept studying the mind. Sociology when I was 17, so that's been 7 years in the science of epigenetics I learned about 5 years ago and tapped into that. With that book itself, it's really just being able to teach and talk about, make this connection of the masculine, that logical side, which we see as a certain aggressive side, and connecting it to this more vulnerable and creative and emotional side to be helping the opposite sex tap into the other one, and it's really unlocking the full mind. This one is 117 pages, so 9 for that new life or life itself, that completion of life, I'm bringing you into yourself. The 33 pages putting you in alignment with knowledge. In that book, I talk about life, death, reincarnation, telepathy, quantum leap, and outer body experiences, getting help from the ancestors, oneness, synchronicity and alignment, mastering sexual energy, activating the full brain.
He talking about Kundalini and all that.
Yeah, Kundalini.
Like, yo, that's what's bugging me out. You see, that's what bugs me. That's what I love.
33 pages, I tell you exactly what it is and pretty much how you go about it. And that book teaches you these unavoidable truths of the universe so that you can make it through that purgatory state after. With this one, you rewire your mind. This one is teaching you how to rewire the subconscious mind at the source. The subconscious mind is 95% of who we are. That means who we are and what we do is ultimately a reaction of what's already programmed into us and what we internalize from the ages of 0 to 10, primarily in that theta state. So I teach you how to literally change your mind at the root.
You hear the knowledge coming out of his mouth? You hear the knowledge?
And then with this book being one, it's giving you that new start of knowledge. And then I actually just posted a video on one of my other pages earlier, but with my self-publishing book, shout out to the young lady. I actually wrote and did the self-publishing book because I had a young lady that wanted to take my self-publishing class, and she was deaf. So I was going through trying to figure out or find people that did sign language. So I was looking for the interpreters. And I was looking to see how can I put the subtitles on the PowerPoints or on the screen. And I couldn't find it, so I just said, you know what, let me write this self-publishing book. And I don't even think I charged her. I think I just sent it to her.
Yo, you called me the one time. He was writing a book. I think he sent me the manuscript, right? He was like, yo, OG, I think I ain't take a shower in 2 days. I've been up just writing for 2 days. I'm like, yo, I can smell you through the phone. Yeah, I was like, I can smell you through the phone. I can smell you through the phone. I'm not gonna take a shower. He's like, nah, yeah, OG. Nah, OG. I got to do this last piece.
I remember I started writing it maybe in the morning. I woke up, I went to the gym. I was doing DoorDashes and Postmates, doing the grocery delivery stuff as well. That was my main income at the time. Still is actually one of my main incomes at the time. I was doing that, was coming home. A lot of my lives were coming through talking to people. A lot of my sales were coming from talking to people on live. So I hopped on live. As soon as I hopped off live, I started writing. Once I started writing, I was writing for probably 6-7 hours. And then it was like daytime.
Non-stop.
Like, all right, I gotta get to the gym, and then if I don't go to the gym now, I'm not gonna go later, and then I want to hurry up and get out the gym so I could get back on the road and do the deliveries because it's going at different times. So I want to try to catch all of them. I didn't sleep for the 70 hours, and yeah, I didn't shower for the 3 days. It was 3 days I didn't shower. I didn't sleep those whole 72 hours. The one day came where I did kind of finish the manuscript. That day, I fell asleep before taking a shower. But then as soon as I woke up, I took my shower.
But you see the determination, man.
And then a week later, that book came out, The Manifesting Affirmation, and that was a business sense. This one came out kind of supply and demand, because one, the silhouette I already had together, because I was going to use that for this book, but it didn't make sense. I found a better image, obviously, for this one with Unavoidable Truth, so that person looked like it's a thinker. And then this one, the background behind this, for those that don't know, at 22, I manifested a Porsche. So that's a photo shoot I did with it. So it was me in a suit and a duffel bag.
Like you see?
So I was giving people the affirmations that I would use. And I did it all from this book. Literally, I have a saying, preach what you practice. So not practice what you preach, but I'm only telling you what I already do. That's what all my products are.
You have knowledge of self. Like the knowledge I gained, especially in the spiritual realm, because really and truly we're spiritual beings in a human body. And we just here for the human experience. And more times than not, a lot of us, we don't know how to be humans. Because we so spiritual beings. We so in tune with our spirit, we don't know how to be human.
Oh, yeah, I wrote that in here.
You see? We
still human.
We still human.
I got that.
Even though we're spiritual beings, even though we're spiritual beings, we have to remember we're human and we live in a human existence, so we still have to live it out. But sometimes I be quick to say, you know what, I'm ready to transition because I don't even know what the fuck is going on this planet.
I'd be ready to say,
you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm ready to go be an ancestor yet again. You know what I mean? So it's like out there, like I just love the knowledge y'all have,
still
man.
Flesh, my bad.
You know what I mean? The way y'all search for the knowledge, y'all thirst for the knowledge. Like even Marquise, me and Marquise, like I'm telling him why he's a God, and I was breaking that down to him. And I'm like, yo, it's not that I'm saying that we are God over beings, we're superior over everything. Nah.
What are aspects of God? I talk about that in the
first
book. And the first book is just saying, like, yo, if this is our parent figure, if a cow gives birth to a cow, a cat gives birth to a cat, dog gives birth to a dog, well, if you're a child of God, what would that make you?
Exactly.
And it's just using the aspects in terms of creation. I know I'm not going to go deep into it, but just in the Greek translation of God, just coming from Gomoraz the bar, where it's just saying strength, beauty, wisdom. It's just things like that once you start really studying into it. And then that was one thing that was ironic about me in school, actually. I had a Gnostic gospel class, which is ironic for those that don't know what the Gnostic texts are. Is text pretty much saying, it's pretty much from the supporting cast of Jesus. And it's them telling their story where it's funny because it's pretty much saying Jesus was an asshole and arrogant. So if you were to compare Jesus to somebody like in the world right now, it would be 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather. And it would make sense because how can you tell a being who truly knows and truly trusts and believes in themselves that they don't know or that they're wrong when they do know? They trust themselves. They've done it. Floyd is undefeated.
Yeah.
50 got shot 9 times.
He survived it.
And survived it. So it's one of those things where when you do read into the religious text or religious books, just John 10:34 in the Bible, Psalms 82:6, where it's telling you, you are God. Shout out to the 5%ers in the nation and aspects of everything. So it was one of those things.
You know what I mean? You gotta shout out the 5%ers for them to be part of the NOI. And they had to break away from the NOI to FOI to realize that, like, because I forgot who the founder of the 5%ers is. He was like, yo, how are you gonna tell me I have to, you know what I mean, pay homage to Muhammad? And what was the gentleman who created it?
Muhammad, and you talking about Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah. Well, I gotta respect him when I feel like I'm a god, and you tell me I'm not a god. Let me break away. Let me do my own thing. Like even in the Bible, it says, yo, we was created from the image of him. In the first chapters of, what's that? Not Exodus, what was it, Genesis?
I think Genesis.
Yeah, and he said God created us in his image. So he created me in his image. If I look in the mirror, I'm looking at God.
That's a fact.
You want to see God, go look in the mirror. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful God. You know what I mean? You know what? Everybody out there, whenever you look in the mirror, when you wake up in the morning, say, yo, I'm great. Look in the mirror and say, I'm great. That's what you got to say. I am great. Because I am is everything. I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting here. I got my legs crossed. I'm watching with popcorn. I'm just chilling. Like, I got my popcorn ready because I know greatness is, I'm about to witness greatness.
The work,
you know
the work itself has been so fun. Because I was, just even this aspect, and I talk about this in my sixth book. My sixth book, which I'm going to talk more on that at the end, but I'll talk more on that at the end. But the sixth book itself, one of the things I talked about in there is how these are certain, just this month, learning so much in the business aspect in terms of being more comfortable making these larger investments. Me and Cal was talking about it yesterday. We both put out over $3,000 in the last month or so in terms of investing into ourselves. I'm putting out money, like, I'm not going to say just freely, but to be in a position that I could put out what I need to get done what I need to, like these vlog episodes like this. I'm looking to do 13, 14, whatever, leading up to the release of the sixth book and that albook project that's going together. And it's money. Whether people realize it, it's money. You gotta pay for what you gotta pay for. You gotta take care of what you gotta take care of in terms of whatever it is. So it's to be in a position I can make these investments and I'm comfortable with doing them, and I'm able to still be in a comfortable position already thinking, all right, this is the next investment to make now. That's a blessing in its own sense.
Man, you see what I love about it is that, you know what I mean, despite your thirst for knowledge, y'all still savvy and keen on how to monetize your passions.
That's been everything, and then to even finish the vlog, so where we going with it now, what's happening for those that didn't fully pick up on it, and I haven't talked about it much in my other vlogs. So what I'm doing, it's a complete joint project. So I have the albook, which is called Maybe This Will Help Me. I'm gonna start posting more on that soon, and then I have my sixth book called Write My Pains Away, and they're both set up as if I'm in a therapy session. So I actually got a couple young ladies, shout out to them, that's gonna be coming through tomorrow and recording the skits. So it's really an album. I got skits being put with it and everything. And then I have the book itself, where to really emphasize the book, because I haven't talked much on that. It's mad fun. What I love most about it was, I don't know about other people, but I definitely talked to myself in the car. And then being one of those people that growing up playing ball, you got that dream of making it to the league. So I literally used to be that kid that I would tell my mom or something at my crib, yo, call my name so I can act like I'm running through the crowd.
Yo, the God Cabal, man. I see some highlights. God Cabal, man.
It's all been a manifest from a kid saying, yo, call my name, I'm gonna act like I'm running through the crowd. In the crib, shooting on one of those little Tykes courses or something, going outside in front of the crib, shooting. I'm changing clothes during the day because I'm being in my imagination, acting like I'm hopping in my warm-up suit. I gotta wear this to the game, I gotta wear this to get on the plane, this to get on the bus. I probably change clothes 8 times a day at one point, put on my uniform. So
you getting ready for the NBA life.
Yeah, I was really preparing for it. So to be able to share stories like that with this book being an autobiography and sharing just how happy I am to really take something that I'll say I already do, but just the creative aspect of the book, like I was getting at or starting with, I'm literally asking myself these questions, typing it out as if it is the therapist, and I'm responding back to it myself. And then to respond to it and talk about, hey, this is my favorite part about the book. The fact of being able to talk and share who I am. It's crazy to me to still know that people are willingly tuning in to watch this vlog when they see me post it. People want to buy this book, already ask about the book, because they want to know more about me. Like that concept itself is still amazing to me, because it's not like these other books where I'm trying to teach you something, but it's the fact that people really want to learn more about me is amazing. So the book itself, I started writing it, I don't know. I don't even know when, because I've really been chilling. It hasn't been something that I just sat down and had a whole writing schedule for. It was just as I felt like writing. Again, with the book being called Write My Pains Away, it's times where I couldn't write because I was just too happy. it was just too good of a day that, you know, I wasn't in that mood to necessarily write, that vibe to write about what I would need to talk about, to go back in certain stories and talk about, oh, this is when niggas was around the shooting. Oh, this is when I got my tooth punched out. Oh, this is when this person went back to jail in my life and things like that. So to be able to really talk about everything I got to experience up to this age, to be able to tell people exactly how I was able to do the things I did, and then the main thing out of it is being able to say the things without any type of judgment, without any type of counters. I'm really able to just share and tell people this is who I am and why I'm like this. And a great example of that, shout out to Count, he's the one that mainly brought that back up to me. I was saying, yo, I don't really know all of what I want to do with certain things. I don't feel that passionate about certain things right now. Had to get back on the book, start creating again, and one of those things was the fact that I was feeling self-conscious, because a lot of young ladies, I can't say all women, but a lot of young ladies in general, when they're not accustomed to dating somebody who plays sports, and then the fact that playing sports, being actually nice at it, is a certain mindset that comes with it. And I've been playing organized ball for 19 years. 18, 19 years before I had stopped. I stopped playing at 22. Yeah, I started at like 4 or 5. My whole life and foundation, my mindset is centered around basketball. So I have a chapter called Basketball where I share the philosophy of and the connections of basketball to life and just how it prepares you for it. So to be able to write this book out and even make all those connections back to basketball was something that I loved and made me feel so free, so relieved. I'm comfortable and just definitely able to be vulnerable with things. So writing this book wasn't hard for me in terms of vulnerability, because I know people asked questions about that before, but the biggest thing is the fact that I get to really share who I am and not have to worry about the judgment. I have to worry about somebody trying to counter me or anything. And the book itself, like I said, is going hand in hand with the albook. Both of those are releasing March 10th, the day before my birthday. I haven't really done any projects right now at 24 yet. It's amazing just what I was able to do in really 3-4 years in terms of my life taking a turn that it did, that complete 180 of things that took me into that rut of life to design on a life that I'm in. So that's the book. I know I usually end the vlogs with like a 15-second snippet from a track. Honestly, I'm probably gonna play When It Counts track since I'm here with him. If y'all have already heard the instrumental in the beginning, but this is I don't know what track is gonna be yet because I didn't tell him that I'm doing this yet. So whatever track that it is, here's Count Up with this track.
Okay. Musician, I follow my purpose, never questioning was it worth it. I trust the marathon, don't trust the money that you worship, cause they gon' curse your name, sign you off, step in cursive. I'm never backing down, I'm hardly acting nervous. Follow my purpose.